Here's from MetsMinors.net. Headline: 2023 St. Lucie season recap. Reigning Florida State League champions struggle to rebound. Now, before we get into this video, you need to hit the subscribe button. Now, I would mention this. I've got another super thanks, and it is from Dr. Manhattan. He's a great subscriber. He follows me on all my channels. So whenever you send me a super thanks, which I love, it really helps, especially now since the channel is not 1,000, it's not, you don't have the commercials, the ads, what they call it, on here. So if you send me like a super thanks, I'll put it not only in the community, but I'll give you a shout out and a big video. And this is a big video as I get started. But if you want to know everything about the Mets farm system, you want to hit that subscribe button right now. I will talk about everything in the Mets farm system. Minor leaguers and whatever player that's coming along. So here we go. Coming off of arguably their best season in 2022 that included winning the Florida State League Championship, St. Lucie struggled to find that same momentum in 23 as they went from up to on top to down at the bottom in both the first and second halves of the season. St. Lucie ended the first half with 24 and 41 record and just a .369 winning percentage. They finished the second half very similar, 20 and 43 with a .317 win percentage. Overall, St. Lucie was 44 and 84 on the season with a .344 winning percentage, putting them at the bottom of the Florida State League East at the end of the year. Their top 30 prospects. Though there wasn't much excitement surrounding their performance as a team in 23, St. Lucie had numerous, and the hut means numerous, prospects come through their affiliate this season who made strong contributions to St. Lucie's roster. A few of the Mets' 23 draft picks also made their professional debuts with St. Lucie this season. The Mets roster at various times throughout the season was highlighted by some of the Mets' top 30 prospects, including shortstop Jet Williams, third baseman Jacob Reimer, right-handed pitcher Calvin Ziegler, catcher Ronald Hernandez, left-handed pitcher Luis Rodriguez, two-way player Nolan McLean, shortstop Diego Mascara, outfielder Nick Morabito, right-handed pitcher Cade Morris. Number 3, shortstop center fielder Jet Williams. Jet was literally a Jet in 23. The 22 first-round draft pick flashed his speed and power during his first full season in the minor leagues. In total, he had 45 stolen bases between St. Lucie, Brooklyn, and Binghamton. During his time with St. Lucie, Williams hit .249 with a .410 slugging percentage with an .832 OPS. He hit for 12 doubles, 6 triples, 6 home runs, and had 35 RBIs. He also showed his poise and control at the plate with massive 69 walks. He stole 32 bases with the Mets Low A affiliate and had 25 runs scored. He was called up to Brooklyn at the end of July. At the conclusion of the season, Williams led the Mets minors in WRC plus, 200 plate appearances minimum with a 145, and stolen bases with 45 total. Williams was named the shortstop that all minor league prospect second team during the minor league awards show. Williams, just 19 years old, showed off his abilities between his time with St. Lucie, Brooklyn, and Binghamton combined this year. His OPS at the end of the season was .876. Of players with a minimum of 50 plate appearances, Williams led St. Lucie in triples, walks, stolen bases, and OPS. Number 13, third baseman Jacob Reimer. Reimer started the 2023 season with St. Lucie. He was active until June when he was placed on the injured list. Upon coming off of the injured list in July, the Mets promoted their number 13 prospect to Brooklyn, where he finished out the season. During his time in Port St. Lucie, Reimer batted .280, .412 on-base percentage, .392 slugging percentage with an OPS of .804. He had 10 doubles, 6 home runs, drove in 37, walked an impressive 44 times and scored 48 runs, and an impressive couple of months in Low A. Reimer at the end of 23 across 2 levels ranked 10th in WRC plus for Mets minor leagues with 200 plus plate appearances. Number 19, Calvin Ziegler. Ziegler was drafted by the Mets with their second round pick in 21. Ziegler's career didn't get off to the best start as he spent all of 22 and almost all of 23 on the injured list. He was recovering from off-season elbow surgery in 22 when he tore his quad, setting him even further back. In September of 23, the Mets activated the 20-year-old off the injured list to make his season debut. In his September 9th debut, Ziegler struck out all 3 batters he faced and touched 96 on his fastball. He threw 21 pitches in his debut, 13 for strikes. After getting off to an unfortunate start to his career, the Mets are hopeful that Ziegler will be able to rebound and have a strong season in 2024. Number 20, catcher Ronald Hernandez. Hernandez was the second player the Mets acquired with Vargas in the July trade that sent Robinson to South Beach. He spent the last month of the season with St. Lucie, only appeared in 8 games. During those first few games in the Mets organization, he had 2 doubles, drove in 7, walked 6 times, and had 3 runs scored. At the end of 23, he was named a Florida Complex League All-Star and was one of 20 prospects that played in the Florida Complex League in 2023. While he didn't have too much time to contribute to St. Lucie in 2023 as a top 30 prospect, I felt it was important to still mention the catcher from Venezuela. That's what the article says. Number 21, right-handed pitcher Luis Rodriguez. Rodriguez spent the middle of the 2023 season with Low-A St. Lucie. The 20-year-old appeared in 13 Florida State League games. He was 0-2 with a 4.30 ERA. He was 2 for 2 in save opportunities as well over the course of 23 innings pitched. He struck out 18 and had a whip of 1.17. Number 23, two-way player Nolan McLean. It was an exciting year for Mets two-way player Nolan McLean, the 23rd prospect, who was drafted by the Mets in the 3rd round of the 23 MLB draft. Made his professional debut in early August for the Florida Complex League Mets and was then promoted to St. Lucie on August 31st. McLean made his professional pitching debut with St. Lucie on September 1st. He threw 1 1/3 innings and gave up no hits, 1 run, 1 walk, and struck out 1. His fastball topped out at 98 miles per hour. His breaking ball hit 3,151 RPMs. That was against the Tampa Tarpons in Tampa. His second outing came against Daytona. In 2 innings pitched, he gave up 1 hit and 1 walk. He struck out 1 and had an ERA of 2.70. McLean hit in 5 games for St. Lucie in his first few games with the club. He collected 1 hit, 1 RBI, was walked 3 times, and scored 2 runs over the course of 9 at-bats. Number 24, shortstop Diego Mascara. Now, he is a player that I want to do a video on him, but the problem with him is I cannot find any pictures of him. And I want to show him on a cover, or at least on a thumbnail in a video, and show him, next to me as I'm talking about him. I cannot find anything on him yet. I'm assuming we'll find stuff once we get to the off season, I hope. 19-year-old Mascara spent August and September with Low-A St. Lucie after being with the Florida Complex League in 22 and the majority of the 23 season. While with St. Lucie, he had 229 with a 354 on base percentage and 284 slugging percentage, a 638 OPS. He had 4 doubles, a triple, 5 RBIs, and walked 17 times. He scored 16 runs with St. Lucie. Scouts and analysts are talking a lot about Mascara's ability to make great plays in the field. His ability to act quickly, turn the glove around, and making jumping throws is impressing scouts and getting them talking. Number 28, shortstop outfielder Nick Morabito. Morabito was drafted by the Mets in round 2 of the 2022 MLB draft. The 20-year-old shortstop's first full season with 23, and it was an impressive one for the young righty out of Gonzaga. In 27 games with St. Lucie, he hit 286 with a 403 on base percentage, 378 slugging percentage with a 781 OPS. He had 4 doubles, 1 triple, 1 home run, 7 RBIs, and was walked 14 times. He stole 10 bases and had 14 runs scored with St. Lucie. At the conclusion of the 23 season, Morabito ranked 6th in minor league leaders with a WRC plus of 130 and was tied for 6th in stolen bases with 21 total across 2 levels, tied with Alex Ramirez. In a game on September 2nd, Morabito stole 4 bases. Through 23 games, he's had 10 stolen bases with an OPS of 781 and his 10 stolen bases in Low-A. Morabito will be a threat on the base paths. Number 30, right-handed pitcher Cade Morris. Morris was another 23 draftee, drafted in the number 101 overall pick in the 3rd round of the 2023 MLB Draft. Morris made his professional debut in one game with the Florida Complex League and threw in one game with St. Lucie as well. In his one outing with St. Lucie, he threw 2 1/3 innings, giving up 1 hit, 1 run, 2 walks, and striking out 3. He had an ERA of 3.86 and a WHIP of 1.29. The top offensive performers for the Port St. Lucie Mets. Now, this is what will separate this channel from other channels. I will talk about the other players that aren't top prospects. You never know where a prospect's going to come from, especially if they're pitchers. This is obviously the offensive performance. Top 30 prospects aside, St. Lucie's lineup was also bolstered by outfielder Ryland Thomas, infielder Wilfredo Lara, infielder Junior Tillian, infielder Kevin Villavicencio, and catcher Vincent Perazzo, performing well at the plate in 2023 as well. Thomas batted .303 with an 804 OPS. 139 plate appearances. He had 9 doubles, 2 triples, a home run, and 9 RBIs. He walked 14 times and had 13 runs scored. He started with St. Lucie in 22 and spent the first month of the season in Port St. Lucie before being promoted to Brooklyn in June. He was then called up to Binghamton in August. Thomas's numbers between St. Lucie and Binghamton also put his as number 4 in the Mets list of minor league WRC plus leaders, with a WRC plus of 132. Lara in 2023 batted .264 with a 814 OPS. He had 18 doubles, 3 triples, an impressive 14 home runs and 50 walks. He drove 49 and had 54 runs scored over the course of the season. His 50 walks rank in the top 20 among most walks in the Florida State League in 2023. Of players with a minimum of 50 plate appearances, Lara led St. Lucie in at-bats, runs, hits, doubles, home runs, RBIs, stolen total bases, and slugging percentage. Tillian was only with St. Lucie for the first couple of months of the 23 season, but was still a contributor to the team. He batted .251 with an OPS of 756 over the course of April to June before receiving his call to Brooklyn. Tillian had 15 doubles with St. Lucie, 1 triple, 6 homers, and drove in 32 runs. His patience at the plate drew him 27 walks, and he also counted for 28 runs scored. Villavicencio in 23 batted .240 with an OPS of 601. He had 11 doubles, 3 triples, and 2 home runs, but drove in 35 RBIs. God help me. Some of these names I gotta hear it. If I don't hear it, I have a tough time pronouncing it. And had 43 runs scored. He also flashed his speed for the Mets low A affiliate with 23 stolen bases, which Michael Mayer of Mets Online ranked him number 6 on the list of Mets minor league stolen base leaders. While Perazzo's average wasn't as high as the others in the Mets minor league system, he showed his ability to drive in runs. He batted .226 with a 702 OPS. While he had just 18 doubles, 2 triples, and 8 home runs, he drove in 46 runs. Walked 32 times and 42 runs scored, showing his ability to contribute to the team and drive in runs. Now here's the pitching contributors that aren't prospects. And this is the group you need to keep an eye on, because these guys can come out of nowhere. They'll go through the system, and some guy you never heard of could be a contributor to your team in the future. St. Lucie had a few notable pitchers. Left-handed pitcher Felipe de la Cruz, who I've heard of. Right-handed pitcher Saul Garcia and Elliot Johnstone. De La Cruz had one of the stronger years among 50-plus pitchers that came to Port St. Lucie in 23. He was 3-6 with St. Lucie in 2023. Over the course of 90 1/3 innings pitched, he struck out 114 and gave up just 47 earned runs on 92 hits. Garcia in 2023 was 6-9 with a 5.04 ERA. Over the course of 67 1/3 innings pitched, he struck out 96 and had a whip of 1.44. He gave 40 earned runs on 49 hits. Also would mention this. If you have a pitcher that is a starter in the minor leagues, he might be a guy that could be a reliever. So just because a guy is a starter in the minors doesn't mean that he's going to be doing that in the majors. He might be more effective as a 2-pitch pitcher. Jeurys Familia, as you know, was an excellent example of that, of a guy that was a starter in the Mets minor league system. Then he got to the majors and they made him into a reliever. And obviously he was a very good closer for a few years. Right-handed pitcher Elliot Johnstone spent all of 23 with St. Lucie as a relief pitcher. He was 3-4 this season with 5 saves and a 6.32 ERA. Over the course of 47 innings pitched, he struck out 52 and gave up just 33 earned runs on 48 hits, and a solid season for St. Lucie. He had a 1.57 whip. So, if this is the kind of stuff you want to watch, hit that subscribe button. And I will talk about it. I have a video plan I keep talking about. I'm going to do it at some point. I'm going to do a long video, probably a live stream, where I'm going to go through the Mets' entire farm system. I have a list that has all the players in the Met farm system. And I'm going to go through every single player. Every player is highlighted on that list. And you need to subscribe so you can learn about every little thing about the Mets farm. And not only just the players that are top prospects, but guys like Saul Garcia and guys like Elliot Johnstone and Wilfredo Lara. Those are the guys that aren't on any list, but they could be contributors down the road at some point to the Major League team. You never know. You never know. So thank you for watching this video. Again, please subscribe to the Prospect Hut, and I'll see you later.